Hi, I'm Sharon Hepburn, and I'm the director of Clear Passage in St. Louis. I graduated St. Louis University in 1992 and have been a manual therapist since 1994. I teach physical therapist students in university settings and have been teaching since 2001. I teach anatomy and physiology, and I teach manual therapy. I really enjoy being able to spend time with a client. So much time in our Western model, clients almost are like pushed through like numbers. You get 20 or 30 minutes with your therapist and then you move on. And at Clear Passage, you get to have a relationship with your therapist. I get to have a relationship with you, and the client's in charge, and they get to run treatment, and they get to tell me what's going on. And so we can make these extraordinary shifts within a client's system. One of the things that is just so exciting is when a woman finds out they're able to become pregnant, and it's something they've been told for so long that they can't do, and yet here they've done it, and it's so much fun to share in that joy. The time I get to spend even with small bowel obstruction patients, to hear the stories about not knowing when the next obstruction is going to hit, and then to hear after going through therapy and after having the 20 hours worth of work that they feel free. They don't feel tied to their home anymore. You don't feel tied to your home anymore. You feel like you're empowered. When you get up in the morning, you won't wonder, is this the day another obstruction is going to happen? Because we've given you the tools. We've given you the tools to help yourself. And after you've learned all of that, you can get up with confidence and move through your life with a newfound freedom that you haven't had in a long time. With SIBO, which is small intestinal bacteria overgrowth, and that's something that I've experienced, so I can relate to that. To have the ability to move through life without constantly worrying about another attack or the pain, or once your SIBO's under control and we've given you tools to help your gut and your bowels, your general health and vitality increases. And with that general health and vitality increasing, your life changes. St. Louis. First, I have to tell you, I am not a native of St. Louis. I've been living there for about 26 years. So I've explored the area, and obviously I fell in love with it. I'm still there. So there is so much to do in the area. St. Louis is home to the St. Louis Arch, and with it is the Westward Expansion Museum, which is just a phenomenal look at Lewis and Clark, and that is a whole day activity between the Arch and the museum. There's also Forest Park. That was the home of the 1904 World's Fair, and there's still a lot of buildings up, such as the Art Museum and the Hish Museum and the St. Louis Zoo, all within Forest Park. One wonderful thing about St. Louis is things like the zoo and the Art Museum and the Forest Park are free. So anybody, whether you're from the area or you're coming in to visit, can participate and enjoy it at no cost. Other things that are fun to do is the river. You can walk along the river, and there's an area of the city that is cobblestone, and you can hang out there. Treatment is more in a suburbish area about 20 minutes from the city, and think suburbia. We have your general upscale restaurants, we have your general middle scale restaurants, we have your smaller parks. Magic House is a fun little science center to go to, so there is just always a lot to keep you entertained because it's a major metropolitan area. If you like to go to the symphony, we have that. If you like to go to major games, we are home to the St. Louis Blues and the St. Louis Cardinals. We have that. If you like to go to movies, we have 1,000 movie theaters all over the place. So whatever you like to do, we could probably find something to fit your needs. Thanks for listening, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in St. Louis.